financial problems, elder law, tax problems, business matters, divorce, personal injury, bankruptcy, your life, your reality. Life is complicated. There is the law and there is reality. Welcome to Law and Reality, sponsored by Thav Gross. Now here's your host, Ken Gross.
Welcome to this segment of Law and Reality. Brian Small, my partner, good to see you.
A pleasure to be here, Ken. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Jeffrey Kirshner, good to have you back again.
Thank you for bringing me out of the cold.
Jeff is our Social Security, Disability, and Workers' Compensation expert, but he's going to join us today to talk about it's a new year, time to get rid of the debt.
Wait, didn't you not hear me? I said it was a beautiful sunny day. I didn't say where it was a beautiful sunny day. It's 80 someplace. I'm just not there.
It's 70 and fluorescent here, and I like it.
It's always sunny and beautiful somewhere. We're going to talk this year. We're going to begin the year, the month of January, by recapping the most important debt-related issues we talked about last year on the show. And I think the thing that I want to start with as the predicate for 2017 is the simple 3-point retirement plan. Because people think it's about getting out of debt. I don't see it that way. It's not about getting out of debt. It's about putting yourself in a position where you're on track as you go forward through your 40s, 50s, and 60s, so that when you get to your 70s and you retire, you're comfortable and you're okay. And my concern is a lot of people are not going to be, and a lot of people are not comfortable right now. 3 points. You want to own your own home free and clear. You want to have zero debt, and you want to have some cash in the bank, IRA, 401k, savings to live off of. You agree with me, Brian?
You know what? I think that that's an absolutely essential way to live your life. If you comply with the 3-point plan, you're going to be able to make it through your life, enjoy yourself, live, eat, sleep, breathe, and be happy. If you carry debt, you're going to be miserable, and that's the reality.
See, I look at it as the predicate. There can be a lot of other things that you do with respect to retirement planning, but they're all based upon having more money and how you invest it. If you start off with the premise, I have no debt and I own a house free and clear, from there, you're covered. You end up not having much savings. All you have is taxes and insurance and maintenance on the home. You don't have a landlord increasing rent. You don't have a $1,500 mortgage payment of principal and interest. You don't have 4 car payments. You don't have $400, $500 a month going out to pay credit cards. All you have is you have your Social Security money coming in, you pay your taxes and insurance on the house, you cover your food expense, clothing, a little vacation, gifts for the grandchildren, you're comfortable.
But you have peace of mind that you've got a place to live permanently. You're not going to be leaving there.
Absolutely. So that's the plan to build on, and the thought process is long-term. Now, the other thing we talked about a lot last year, and I want to highlight it, is the biggest brainwashing effort of 2016. And I've got a hypothetical here. For everybody watching, I want you to answer this question. What do each of the following credit card companies currently offer their cardholders as a special feature? American Express, Bank of America, Barclays, Capital One, Chase, Commerce Bank, Discover, First Bank Card, PenFed, Synchrony Financial, USAA, US Bank, Wells Fargo. What do you think the free offer is that they offer to all of their customers?
They offer cash back typically.
Cash back? You know the answer.
I do know the answer. They give you your credit score for free.
That's the new offer.
Right there in bold, beautiful color on your statement.
That's a great thing. I get to open up my Discover card and I can see my credit score. And if it says 750, I feel giddy and happy. So I'll go and charge more money. Why are they doing this, Brian? Back to you, Jeff. Everyone says cash back and everything else. But all this happened in the last 2 years, 2015 and 16. Every major issuer is now giving the free credit score, and the question is, why are they doing this? Is it because they love you?
They love your money, and they want you to keep spending your money on those credit cards, and they want you to recognize that as long as your credit score is good, you want to keep it good. So you're going to keep paying that payment that's due on time, to the detriment of your health and well-being if need be. They don't care about you, they only care about money.
I consider it brainwashing. It's not only they're giving you your credit score for free, they have great jingles that go on about how great it is to have a good credit score. You see articles online and in the papers saying your credit score is more important than your GPA. It's all about this. If the American people think that the credit score is the most important thing in the world, they will keep making sure that they pay their payments on their credit cards and on their mortgage timely, which ensures the banks of getting all of their money, including their 20 to 29% interest on their credit cards. And what it does for the consumer is this. They think everything's okay because their credit score stays up around 700. But what's the reality? If you end up paying $100 to $500 a month every month in interest for 30 years, you're going to get to the point at the end when retirement where you still owe the bank $50,000, $60,000 in credit card debt, and you've paid them $200,000 in interest over the last 30 years. You need that money in your bank account, not theirs. Credit scores are a temporary number. They recover. If you're applying for a mortgage next month, you don't want to do anything to hurt your credit score. Then it's important. But if you have debt and you get rid of it and your credit score takes a temporary hit, what happens in a year and a half?
Your credit score comes back, you're debt free, and you get to live your life with in harmony instead of trying to pay Visa and MasterCard.
Some people even say, but if your credit score is bad, you pay a higher auto insurance cost. Well, that may be true. You get rid of $50,000 of credit card debt, you pay an extra $300 in your car insurance for the next 2 years, but then your credit score comes back up because you've gotten rid of the debt, and the insurance premium goes down as well. Except if you live in the city of Detroit, because there you're going to be hosed on your car insurance anyway because of the redlining process that goes on.
And you can always get another credit card.
You can always get it.
You can always get another credit card.
There's always another company, and they'll give you your credit score. When we come back at the break, we're going to start focusing on how you get rid of this debt.
It's devastating, the effects of debt and foreclosure on you and your family. There is a solution.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem. Some fear the word bankruptcy, but in reality, it's a strategy to save your home and to eliminate debt. If you're in financial trouble, timing is critical. You need to take action now. We've been saving homes and eliminating debt for over 33 years.
Call Fav Gross 888-235-HELP. Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call Fav Gross.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call Fav Gross today, 888-235-HELP.
A lifetime of hard work. If you don't have the right plan in place, you can lose your home, your savings, and more. And you didn't come this far to lose everything. Samasco Law wants you to know that laws are changing. Today, the average cost of nursing home care is $85,000 a year. With proper planning, we can help protect your life savings and get you the Medicaid and nursing home benefits you deserve.
How much can you afford to lose? Call Samasco Law today.
Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call Fav Gross.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call Fav Gross. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirschner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP.
All right, welcome back. All right, next issue that I would say, a recap of things that we've said that I want to kind of get out there as the beginning of 2017. Be a cat, not an ostrich.
Be a cat, not an ostrich.
Cats are conniving. What do ostriches do?
They hide their heads in the sand.
Okay. When it comes to dealing with your finance and dealing with your debt, you want to be sharp. You want to be the cat that's willing to claw their way out of debt, do what they have to do to be conniving if necessary to accomplish the goal. What you don't want to be, which too many people are, is the ostrich that sticks their head in the sand and closes their eyes and doesn't want to think about it. Doesn't want to think about that they haven't filed their tax return. Doesn't want to think about the fact that every month they write their checks out to pay their bills and they leave their bank account with zero in it, and then they pay their minimum payments on their credit cards, and then when they need money to buy something during the month, what do?
Put it on the credit
They
card.
charge because they don't have any cash. And that goes on month to month, and they know it's not smart because that $500 to $600 a month never stops going out the door, but they're able to get by with it because they have enough income to sustain it, and they don't want to think about what the future's bringing.
Well, I'll
to them.
take care of it tomorrow, though. I'll
Yeah,
take care of it tomorrow. Don't worry
everything's
about it. I'll
tomorrow.
take care of it tomorrow. After the holiday season, I'll take care of it.
So you want to be the cat, the conniving cat. Not maybe Felix the cat, doesn't matter which cat you want to be, but you want to be the cat that goes out there that accomplishes the goal. And just imagine, this is our TV show, so behind me there's a big picture of a cat going on the screen. Next, what's your obligation?
Does our producer know that?
Yes, he certainly does. Your obligation, and he knows I'm going to send him a picture of a cat. Your obligation is to preserve future income for you and your family. This is the point of our approach to financial issues. It's not an issue of saying, get out of debt. It's simple to say that, but what's the goal? Preserving future income for you and your family. Go back to the recession. When Chrysler filed bankruptcy, GM filed bankruptcy, and all of the tier suppliers did, and American Airlines did, and all these companies filed bankruptcy, what did they accomplish? They got rid of their debt, they kept their assets, and then the day after they filed the bankruptcy, they could go forward and start earning income for themselves without the burden of paying their past debt. And when a business does it, Wall Street thinks it's the smart move and it's a wise financial thing to do. When individuals think about doing it, sometimes they get scared and say, oh my God, I'm violating some moral conduct code that says I shouldn't do that. That's where you got to be the cat. What's your goal? Your goal is, if you're making income, you don't want to take that income every month and give it back to the banks and to the creditors so that you're not saving anything in the future. You need to grow your savings. If you don't grow your savings, what are you going to retire with?
And it's
Where do you think the retirement's going to come? The winning lottery number?
I'm telling you also, it's just as imperative to get rid of the debt if you are retired. And it's sucking all of your IRA money and your 401k money right out of your 401k.
It's the worst.
Right into Visa and MasterCard. It is, you have to draw a line in the sand. You have to be willing to look at your future. That money that's in your 401k and IRA has got to last you for the rest of your life.
Which hopefully
Period.
is going to take you to close to 100.
And
That's
so,
the goal.
And so if you
And you're healthy.
And if you don't have it, you can't put it back because there's no other way. When you're 86 years old, you're not getting a job making $50,000 a year or to replace that income. It just doesn't happen.
The worst scenario that we see that comes into our office is the elderly couple that's come in that's taken their IRA from $200,000 to $50,000 and given that $150,000 to the credit card companies. Whereas we could have put them into a bankruptcy, saved the whole $200,000 IRA, and paid the credit card companies nothing. Now, do you want to do this? No, but in that situation, what's the smart thing to do? Do you need to do it? The answer is yes. Let's do a simple case study. Barry and Sandra. 2 children, they're in their mid-40s. They own a home. Fair market value $125,000, first mortgage $130,000, second mortgage $45,000. So they're underwater on the first mortgage, but not by much. The second mortgage is killing them. They got $45,000 in their IRA, 401k, $40,000 in credit card debt, medical bills $5,000. They're making $85,000 a year. Brian, my question to you is, what can Barry and Sandra do to preserve their future income for themselves and their family? Is this a Chapter 7? Is it a Chapter 13? Is it debt resolution?
Yes, yes, no.
Okay, talk about 7 first.
All right, so Barry and
13
Sandra,
after the break.
Barry and Sandra can file a Chapter 7. They're going to pass what's called the means test. They're a family of 4. They have to take the means test because their income is above the median income for a family of 4, but they're going to pass it.
Wait, is this like a test where you have to fill out answers and check and somebody
it's a-
grades you?
it's-
I don't like tests.
It's standards. You apply income against governmental standards and see whether or not you're
Oh, so
allowed
it's a
to file.
rule that they have to
yes.
apply. Okay. No, everybody know, there are no tests when you go through this process.
So assuming that they pass the means test, which is what they will do, they will eliminate their responsibility to pay their $40,000 worth of credit card debt, the $5,000 worth of medical bills, and they'll eliminate their underlying responsibility to pay the mortgages. But if they want to keep the house,
Which in this case, well, the house right now is worth $125,000 and they've got $175,000 in mortgages, but the second mortgage is $45,000 of it.
if they want to keep the house, they're still going to have to continue to pay the first mortgage and the second mortgage. But a Chapter 7 is a possible solution
To get rid of the other debt.
for Barry and
What
Sandra,
about their
right.
401k and their IRA?
They get to keep their 401k and their IRA. No one can touch it. It stays in the bank.
Right. Question. Is there a way, is Chapter 13 out there, a way in which they would be able to get rid of that second mortgage?
There is. It's called lien stripping. And when we come back from the break, I'll explain it.
Right, so lien stripping is what you do with the loan. It's not something that you do with your clothing.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
Worth Ave Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
A lifetime of hard work. If you're approaching retirement and don't have the right plan in place, you can lose your home, your investments, and your savings. And you didn't come this far to lose everything. Putting a solid strategy in place with Samasco Law legally protects your assets as well as your wishes. Since a will doesn't cover you medically or financially, Samasco Law goes beyond ordinary asset management protection to safeguard everything you have.
How much can you afford to lose? Call Samasco Law today.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
Worth Ave Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call Thav Gross.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call Thav Gross today, 888-235-HELP.
Time for announcements. Want to remind our viewers to listen to us Tuesdays noon to 1 and 6 to 7 p.m. on Law and Reality Live on WCHB 1200 AM 99.9 FM. And on Thursdays from 3 to 4 with Cliff Russell on Law and Reality Now on 9:10 a.m. We have a couple seminars coming up. Wednesday, February 1st from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. This resolution counts. I'm getting out of debt now. You know, we do all these New Year's resolutions. Some of them mean something, some of them don't. This one counts, and you want to make good on it. The seminar is going to focus on how to preserve future income for you and your family so that you start saving money rather than just giving it to the credit card companies month to month. You need to have something to retire with. It's a long-term view. That's what you need to focus on. Attendees get a free copy of my book, Dump Your Debt. You can sign up at lawandreality.com or thavgross.com or call 888-235-HELP. You can always call the old-fashioned way. Wednesday, February 15th from 6 o'clock to 7:30 p.m., Pat's going to join us for a seminar. Mom needs to go into the nursing home. and I don't know what to do. Help me. This is going to be a seminar that focuses primarily on Medicare planning, Medicaid planning, with respect to when you go into a nursing home, you're looking at $9,000 to $12,000 a month of expense. It's going to wipe out all of your savings unless you do the proper planning. Pat is the guru on doing that. Either Pat and Jim Simasko, both of them from Simasko Law, they've made their careers on it. They are the best. They are going to cover and walk us through those steps. I'm going to talk about basic estate planning. Brian's going to talk about debt issues for the elderly. All of our seminars are free. Again, that one's on Wednesday, February 15th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Sign up same way, thavgross.com, lawandreality.com, or call 888-235-HELP. Also want to remind our viewers that at Thav Gross, you can always come in for a free consultation. Just call 888-235-HELP or go online and sign up on either website, lawandreality.com or thavgross.com. Debt issues, tax issues, estate planning, business issues, elder law issues with Pat, disability issues with Jeff. Just sign up, come on in, we'll straighten you out, give you your options, lay out a plan for you. Also, take a look at the website, and we have 3 free reports: Business Formation, Loans and Grants for Small Businesses in Detroit, Pat's Retiree's Guide to Social Security, and How to Save Your Home with Regulation X. The reports are free. You just download them off of the websites, thavgross.com, lawandreality.com. Now back to the show.
It's devastating, the effects of debt and foreclosure on you and your family. There is a solution.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem. Some fear the word bankruptcy, but in reality, it's a strategy to save your home and to eliminate debt. If you're in financial trouble, timing is critical. You need to take action now. We've been saving homes and eliminating debt for over 33 years.
Call Thav Gross, 888-235-HELP.
A lifetime of hard work. If you don't have the right plan in place, you can lose your home, your savings, and more. And you didn't come this far to lose everything. Simasko Law wants you to know that laws are changing. Today, the average cost of nursing home care is $85,000 a year. With proper planning, we can help protect your life savings and get you the Medicaid and nursing home benefits you deserve.
How much can you afford to lose? Call Simasko Law today.
If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
Thav Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
Welcome back. All right, so Brian, we're talking about Barry and Sandra. We've gone through the 7 analysis. Now we're talking about a Chapter 13. The lien strip allows you to what? Convert the second mortgage into an unsecured debt like a credit card?
Correct.
How do you qualify for that?
So long as the second mortgage doesn't attach to any equity at all, no brick and mortar, so to speak, then you can remove it and treat it as an unsecured.
Different way, if your first mortgage is
worth,
greater
yes,
than the amount of your house, then the second mortgage isn't attaching to any equity?
Correct.
Gotcha, okay. So in that case, a 13 will allow that, but a 7 won't?
That's correct. Can't
you make a 7 do that? Because that would be great.
Wouldn't that be great? But there's a Supreme Court case called Dusnup v. Tim that says you can't. And that's the way it's going to be.
Is that going to change under the new Supreme Court?
It's never going to change. It was just recently challenged in the last few years, and the Supreme Court declined to take it up.
And the direction of the Supreme Court's not going to be necessarily going pro-debtor, I would say.
I would imagine not. No.
Okay. All right, so how does the 13 work?
So 13 is structured reorganization, where you repay some or all of your creditors, some or all of the money you owe them over 3 to 5 years. In this case, based on what I look at their income and what the probable expenses are for Barry and Sandra, they basically, as I said, they qualified for a Chapter 7 with the second mortgage. They have a break-even or a slightly negative budget. They spend more than they bring in just to maintain their household. That's the mortgage payment, the electric bill, the gas bill, etc. So now, when we look at the Chapter 13, we say, how much money do they have left over if they didn't have their second mortgage?
Okay.
And they might have, let's just say, $250 a month. So that's what they can afford.
So that's what they pay into the
And
plan?
that's what they pay into the plan.
And then-
$250 a month.
And at the end,
They owe no credit card debt,
no second mortgage,
no second mortgage,
no medical bills.
no medical bills.
What about their IRA and
They
401k?
still have them in the bank. They still have continued to grow.
So in this case, the 13 has the benefit of getting rid of that second mortgage.
Right.
Now, Jeff, think about your clients when you're dealing with Social Security disability claims. You've got clients that all of a sudden are disabled, so they're not able to work and earn their normal wages, or they're earning substantially less if they're a two-family income, and they've got Social Security income, but they have debt obligations.
All of my clients do, sure.
Chapter 13 can work in that situation.
Chapter
yeah?
13 could work.
Chapter
7 could work. Because remember, the Chapter 7, the underlying goal is to eliminate all of the debt. And so here, if Barry and Sandra took a hit to their income and we put them through a Chapter 7, and then subsequently Social Security was added to their income where they had a little bit more, they could manage to pay that first mortgage and keep the electric bill going and put food on the table, but that second mortgage is still killing them. I can do a lien strip after the Chapter 7 is completed in a Chapter 13 just to deal with that. We call that a Chapter 20. And because basically it's a 13 after a 7, add them
Two
together.
different cases. All right, let's take a look at Barry and Sandra. I'm going to put a chart up on the wall. Before they filed their bankruptcy, after, and then 10 years down the road. Here's the point that people miss. Think long-term, not short-term. Look at where they are today, where they'll be in 10 years. The home's going to go up in value to, let's say in 10 years it's worth $165. The IRA is going to go up in value because we haven't tapped it. They didn't take that money to pay off the credit cards. It continued to grow. Their assets grow to $260,000. Their mortgage will be down from $130 to $90 in 10 years, looking at the amortization schedule. They've got no second mortgage. They have no credit card bills. They have no medical bills. Their total liabilities are $90. Their net worth ends up being positive $175,000. Today, their net worth is negative $55,000. That is nearly $250,000 swing. What people miss is they're always looking short term. What we're trying to teach everybody and realize, and one of the reasons we realize it is because I've crossed 60 and I realize the mistakes I made during the years when I was in my 40s of carrying too much debt. If you make the right moves, you can put yourself in a position where in the long run you're positive, but you need to make the moves now. If you sit there and wait 10, 15 years carrying the debt, and God forbid taking the money out of your 401k or your IRA to pay credit cards, you're going to lose out on opportunity. That's a wrap. We'll be back next week with Law and Reality.